From age 18 to 25, I have undergone 8 laparoscopies. At age 25, I went under a partial hysterectomy. And then at age 30, I had my right ovary removed because it was attached to my appendix. I had endometriosis. For the next 4 years, I've been undergoing different treatments. My gynecologist doctor told me there was nothing else that he could possibly do for me, so he wanted me to go to a pain management clinic at St. Jude Hospital. That's where I've been undergoing treatment. I started out taking hydrocodone and Dextra for the pain and went for physical therapy at their therapy facility for about 8 weeks. When the hydrocodone wasn't working, they would elevate the dosage and had me continue taking that. Then I took, when the hydrocodone wasn't working, they put me on the Duragesic patch while I maintained being on the Dextra. When the Duragesic patch was not working, I would take hydrocodone for the breakthrough pain. And then when that worked for a while and it started to wear off again, they upped my levels on the Duragesic patch. At that point in time, I started having problems with throwing up. I've been throwing up for the last 6 months. So they put me on Cadian, and that was supposed to help the pain, and she also thought that it would help for my stomach of not having so many symptoms. And they told me not to worry, that my body was just getting used to the medicine. I was also told not to worry, that I would not get addicted to this medicine, which was totally inaccurate. When the Duragesic patch stopped working and I was taking the Cadian, I started throwing up even more. And at that point, I went to Saddleback Hospital, to the ER for throwing up blood. He told me that my kidneys, my liver were starting to be affected, and that I needed to do something drastically and change doctors and to look for alternative treatments. I immediately started tapering myself off medicine and went back to my doctor and told them that I needed to get off these medicines and I needed help and I needed something alternative. They told me not to worry, that I just had an ulcer, to go see a gastrologist, which case I did. The gastrologist had the same opinion as the ER doctor, to go do something alternative. So I went back and I demanded to have something done differently, and I needed to get off the medicine. They still wrote me out another prescription for the Cadian and the Dextra, and then when I went to the gastrologist, he told me that I needed to find an alternative medicine and to get off the medications that my doctor had me on. I went back to the pain management clinic where they renewed my Cadian prescription as well as my Dextra and Zofran, and told me not to worry, that I just had a ulcer. But they did give me a number to acupuncture and told me that, they didn't know if that worked, but they would give it to me. So I did come here. I was reluctant because I was at my wit's end and I wasn't quite sure what acupuncture was, and quite frankly I thought it was kind of something strange that I've heard of. Well, I came here and it's pretty much saved my life. I have everything back that I could have never imagined. I came in on April. Today is July 9th, and I am drug-free. I'm completely off all my meds. My pain levels and my control are my pain levels are under control. I went through withdrawals for a month, and the last 2 weeks of the withdrawals were just horrendous. I was coming in here every single day to get acupuncture treatment, and without that I would have never made it through the withdrawals. I can actually see today why people are drug addicts. It was the worst experience ever. In fact, I think my brain told me more that I was under more pain than I actually physically was. And the acupuncture helped subside that. And I also continued to use my TENS machine. But when I was on all the other medications, I would use my TENS machine at least 6 times a day. And now I'm down to 2 times a day. And sometimes I can get away with going without 1 day with the TENS machine. I am now down to 1 day a week for my acupuncture treatment, and I've been told that somewhere along the line I will not have to come back here, and I absolutely believe it, because from April to July 9th, that's what, 6 weeks, I have complete control over my pain levels, and I feel better. I'm more active than I've ever been, and I'm extremely grateful. The one thing I want to make sure that people are aware of is that the medical industry, and I think the doctors are trying to do the best thing that they know how to. But the treatments and the cures that they're offering really were just making me have more issues and complications than needed to be. I have no more health problems. My ulcer's healed, and I feel wonderful. And so I hope that you guys consider acupuncture and look into it, because it does work. Thank you.
Thank you.